And all I would hear every day is, you'll never make it. You're a failure. And I set out to prove them wrong with my physical ability. But ladies and gentlemen, I forgot about my mind. But once I began to attack my belief system and my self-concept, I did not have to go looking for success. Success came looking for me, including an opportunity to be in movies and commercials, tons of commercials, some local, and even an opportunity to go back and play in the NFL for an Ohio team.
When you meet Shawn Harper, the first thing you notice is that he's a big, quiet man. His name may sound familiar. He was an offensive lineman for the LA Rams, Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Oilers. Since retiring from the NFL, Shawn has addressed hundreds of thousands of people all over the world for the past 10 years. Using wit, personal stories, and an amazing gift of insight to the human soul, Shawn challenges people from all walks of life to change their thoughts, attitudes, and actions. Stacked with authority, backed with experience, and packed with wisdom, Shawn's messages impact his audience for a lifetime. Please join me in welcoming Shawn Harper.
Played a total of 5-6 years professional football, and being an offensive lineman, we have a problem with our breath or trying to retain and recover after plays. So one of the tricks that we do is that we blow up hot water bottles, and what this does is that it increases our lung capacity. So just for an icebreaker to get you warmed up, I'm going to attempt to take this 7-year hot water bottle, guaranteed not to explode if you put hot water in it, but of course, no hot water. I'm going to put hot air in it and blow it up until it explodes. Now, the question that I have for you is, are you ready? It's not good enough. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Give me a countdown from 5 to 1. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's an act of sabotage here. There's a hole in my hot water bottle. And it doesn't matter now how much air or how strong I am or how much energy I exude. This hot water bottle will not explode. It will not blow up. In fact, it will retain its original position. Unfortunately, this is the story of so many people who seek success. This is the lifeline or the life story of millions of Americans and people around the world pursuing their call, their purpose, and their destiny. It's a billion-dollar industry, ladies and gentlemen. CDs, books, DVDs, conferences, seminars, all promoting success, how to be successful, the key to success. You can be a millionaire in 30 seconds flat. Just follow these simple instructions. May I introduce to you a different opinion? In my humble opinion, I believe that it's not the application of success. It's not the application, but it's the individual. I currently own a security and investigation firm, and when my employees fill out applications, I look past all of their credentials and where they went to school at and all their training, and then I sit down with a one-on-one dialogue with them, and I want to know what is their belief system. What do they believe? What is their self-concept? How do they see life? What is their perspective in life and how they fit in that perspective? Because me personally, the PhDs and the elemental Ps and all that, that is irrelevant, because if there's a fault or if there's a sabotage in their belief system, I'll guarantee you this: they will never opt or they will never work in their full potential or their capacity. What is belief system? Their underlining concept of who they are or what they believe. Your concept. Who are you? Take away the job, take away the accolades, take away all the status quo. Who are you as an individual? That is, to me, very important. That is the number one characteristic that I look for when I screen my employees. Let me give you a quick example. A father one day decides to bring his son to the zoo for one of the first times. And at the zoo, this kid is looking at all these animals. He's looking at the giraffe. He's looking at the parakeet and the tiger, And then he sees it. He sees this humongous elephant, but then he notices the elephant is being held by such a small chain. And out of confusion, he looks up at his father and he says, Daddy, how is it that this humongous elephant, how is this elephant being held by such a small chain or a rope? His father, sensing the confusion, sits his son down and begins to tell him this story. He said, son, when an elephant was just a baby, they tied a humongous chain to its right ankle. And that baby elephant would pull and pull and pull for days, weeks, months, and years. Wanting to break free, wanting to experience freedom, it would pull and pull and pull until one day the elephant says to himself, not only can I not break the chain today, but I'll never be able to break this chain. And years later, they'll take this 12,000-pound elephant and place it in the zoo or the circus. And when this elephant begins to walk, commanding all the attention, the respect, when it feels a tug, not of a massive chain, but that of a small chain, this 12,000-pound elephant with unlimited potential, ability, authority, and prowess backs up because it remembers in its youth, the one thing that I cannot do is break this chain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing to have chains here, but it's a tragedy when we allow something or someone to place chains here. I can take a rich man, strip him of all his finances, and in 2 years, chances are he'll be a millionaire again. Or I can take a poor man, give him $2 million, say you won the lottery, and within 2 years that individual will be in poverty, because poverty and wealth is a state of being. Money and lack of money is a symptom of. It all depends on who you are. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who you are, you're who this system says you are. I played 5 years professional football. 99.999% of the people said, you're successful. And I blocked for some of the greatest running backs of the game. I blocked for some of the greatest quarterbacks of the game. A couple guys are still playing. Trent Green, Kurt Warner, I was their left tackle. And I would go home at night after achieving a measure of success, and I would engage in another battle. And the battle was with my personal belief system. And every day I would hear the words in my mind, you're going to fail one day. You're not going to make it. You're going to trip up. You're going to give up a sack. You're going to be embarrassed in front of millions of Americans. You're not going to make the roster next year. And after 5 to 6 years of playing professional football, one day, those voices won. And I never, in my opinion, never stepped to the level or achieved the level that I thought I was capable of. Why? Because I gave in to my belief systems. Where did it come from? Simple. I failed the first grade. I was documented with 4 to 5 learning disabilities by the time I was in the 5th grade. Kicked out of 2 schools because of disciplinary problems. Graduated last in my class in academics with a 1.62 cumulative GPA. Out of 154 seniors to graduate, my academic ranking was 154. I stuttered since the 1st grade. I could not complete a sentence till college. And all I would hear every day is, you'll never make it. You're a failure. And I set out to prove them wrong with my physical ability, but ladies and gentlemen, I forgot about my mind. But once I began to attack my belief system and my self-concept, I did not have to go looking for success. Success came looking for me, including an opportunity to be in movies and commercials, tons of commercials, some local, and even an opportunity to go back and play in the NFL for an Ohio team. Contract on the table, but I pushed it away, and I set out for another mission. And I asked myself, I said, how many other Shawn Harpers are out there? How many other Shawn Harpers sit in their cubicle each day, settling for mediocrity, not wanting to move to the next level, not able to move to the next level? How many managers are frustrated with their employees because they know that there's something else in that person, but they're shackled by this? Living a life of mediocrity, as I mentioned earlier, and regret. Wisha, coulda, shoulda. No, ladies and gentlemen, my war is not on the gridiron. My war now is I attack people's belief systems, and I challenge people from around the world to stand up and break the chains over their life. Ladies and gentlemen, I want people to move from being a victim to a victor. And there are thousands, or I'm sorry, hundreds of ways to change your belief system, but the one I want to focus on the last couple seconds is changing your tape. Whenever I would hear the words of failure, I would immediately replace that word. You're a victor. You're a terminator. You're a world changer. Mr. Harper, you're going to change the world over and over again. I begin to recreate my environment, recreate my purpose, and solidify my destiny with the most powerful element in the world, the essence of creation itself, words. And my challenge is for you today, as you begin to change your tape and you move into your call and your destiny and your purpose, keep this in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not born winners. You're not born losers. But you are all born choosers. The choice is up to you. God bless you.